All right. We're here. We're ready. Ready to go. And if you're watching the replay, man, should have hit the noti bell. You could have caught it live. But welcome in everybody who is here. We're gonna be playing some Ghostface and other killers potentially, just depending on wherever the wind takes us, I guess, you know. Moon, welcome in. I don't even remember. I think I might have forgotten something. I remember getting set up and I was like, I know I forgot something. So I just hope it's not I hope it's not something important that I forgot. That's what I'm hoping for. We hope for the best. Do a backflip. I could try. I mean, I could do one of these. I could do one of these. I could do one of these. Yeah. Could do one of those. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have a plan for today. I went with console. Just seemed like it'd be faster, just to kind of load it up and but 2v8 does drop, I think, tomorrow, so I'm expecting to have some open lobbies potentially, and I'm hoping that some of my killer mains will show up. You know what I mean? I know there was like I know Fellow was there in the previous 2v8. Hex, I know he should hopefully be able to play at some point along the time that it's out. So that's gonna be pretty hype if we can get everybody in there. A little Myers today, I guess. Why not? I'm going crazy. Yeah, I feel that. I'm pretty excited. It's like a killer holiday. You know, all the killer mains can come together and hop on and play some Dead by Daylight. It's incredible. It's incredible. And I'm glad to see it. Because otherwise, I gotta say, the game ain't too crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's not too hot. You know what I'm saying? I don't really play the game that much, so it would be nice to kind of get back into what I found fun about the game, which is definitely playing with friends, I gotta say. Got told at 5? Yeah, I've been there. I haven't played any Survivor, I think I played maybe 1 or 2 matches like a few months ago. So I've been pretty sparingly on the side. I think it's when there's like challenges, that's when I tend to get on there, and I think I played on a stream. I think it was like a week ago. I played a few matches. I actually had joined in a different what do you call it? A different streamer. I had joined in for their open lobby because they invited me. They was like, oh, you know, could you I think they were like, yeah, you could join in. And I was like, all right, you know, why not? And it was pretty fun because my MMR was so low that there wasn't much of a challenge. So I was like, okay, cool. I can kind of get back into the groove. Tries like, hear me out, Ghostface Billy. So like Ghostface with a chainsaw, or like Billy just wearing a Ghostface outfit? Because there's two. Billy Loomis. Okay, no, that's not even much of a hear me out. Honestly, that's more like a That's your other husband. What about Stu? Gonna just leave Stu just out there? That's crazy. Norman Reedus. I forgot who. Oh, that's right. You love Stu as well? I was like, wait. I had to process for a moment. I was like, who the hell is Norman Reedus again? Forgot about that. Third husband. So you just got like a list. You just pop it open. Just flip through the Rolodex. Like, well, okay, so Norman Reedus is there. We have Stu in there. Of course, we got Billy as well. Oh my god. And then like randomly you'll be like, okay, we also got like Jenna Ortega's in there, and then we'll like throw in I forgot the one of them in Scream 5. I forgot. She was like, I think she was the second one next to Huey from The Boys. Melissa McBride. It was pretty funny. But speaking of, by the way, I want to know, maybe 60. That reminds me of people going off about Jamie Lee Curtis lately. Yo, like with the whole like promotional for the movie, like I've been seeing a lot of posts. They've been going crazy. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yep, there it goes. There it goes. Oh my god. Yo, shout out to Zaz for joining us and dropping a tier 1. Let's go, man. Oh. Damn, wait, can I stalk through this? I'm trying to stalk through it, but it's not letting me. I wanted to see if you could stalk through the blind. Like, could you do that? I don't think you can, right? That you have to like actually be looking at them. Learn something new every day. Too bad my headphones are a little bit bugged. I'm not sure if it's like the headphones or if it's just like the cord or whatever, but okay, I thought there was like more than one because that was pretty quick. Okay, let me get my stack. Go. I'm gonna see if I can maybe rotate and get another stack. Cause she's probably gonna wait because there's no other stairs. There she goes. So do that, and then we'll try to get 2 stacks. Yeah, I only have audio in like 1 headphone, so that kind of sucks. A lot of, see if we could try to so we're already at like 3 gens, so it seems like gonna get a lot of gens flying right now. So what is the, all right, cool, we got that. Yeah, gen speed is definitely something, bro. Hugo, welcome in. All right, cool, I got my stack back. Cool. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really hear from the left side, so that kind of sucks. I'm not sure how to fix that. Yeah, gen speed is still a massive issue, I can tell. See if I can. No, that didn't fix it. All right. So maybe I need a new headphones, which kind of sucks. Don't know for sure, but well, one thing's for sure, if I can get a tombstone off, that's gonna be massive, because then we can get rid of like one of them from the match, and that'll be huge for me. Has a check spot. See if we can try to vault it. No, it might vault in. Oh no, they have a perk for free speed. Let's see if I could maybe get some more stock in, but it takes so long with tombstone. It's actually kind of insane. Get my stack. Wiggle the headphone jack. I could try to do that. Yeah, this gen speed is crazy. Jeez, the gen speed is crazy. They're not really that great at looping though, but gen speed is still the most powerful thing in the game, so kind of unfortunate, but yeah, she just kind of makes the full rotation. I can't counter that. I'm playing an M1. Maybe if I was a dash killer, but not with this guy. Yep, already at 1. 5-minute game, as we expect. Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of glad I don't really play this game, because like I would care a lot. I got stunned from across the universe. Kind of glad I don't play this game, because honestly, it's just really bad. Like none of this is balanced in any stretch of the imagination. Like, it's actually very terrible. Like, how are we at what, like 0 gens? Like, how are we at 0 gens like this fast? We just got here. Like, what? And obviously this exists. Why does this loop exist too?
Not playing this game sounds pretty strong against crashing out.
Yeah, honestly it is. I want to know, who pisses. I think we'll go for the Fung Man. I feel like she's the most annoying. Wait, no. Okay, that's 1 down. Okay. See if we can try to shoot for 2. Well, you know, hold W is still also the strongest thing in the game, so notice how much distance they make from just existing casually. Yeah, it's just they make a full rotation no matter how many times they run around it, so it's not like I'm able to counter it. Yeah, red stain mind games do nothing against that. They can just hold forward and look back every 2 seconds. It doesn't matter. Kind of unfortunate. But, oh well. No, your bitch ass dies. Plague, welcome. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can do something with the, cord, because I'm not sure, like, why... Kind of hear it on one side, but not the whole way. Weird.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Idea: survivors should have a stamina with sprint when outside of chase. They can't hold W. I kind of think that would be cool, but they gotta have something like they need to have a stamina bar for sure. Okay, I think it's working now. I had to do some switching and stuff like that. But anyway, my apologies. That was like massive like sound problems for like so long. I'm like, what happened? Golly. Okay. Anyway, let me try to read chat because I was doing some troubleshooting. So let's see what's going on. So Plague was like, hope you're having better games than me, but I guess it could be wrong. Yeah, I feel that. I just got on for my first game in. It was rough, dude. Like, I didn't play too well necessarily, but you know, at this point, like, I mean, I'm just the Myers main by name at this point. Like, I don't even play him anymore. Like, I don't want to. I feel bad for my M1s, man, because they just got nothing. They're just very sad sacks. Like, you know? Nami, welcome in. If you haven't heard me already. Appreciate you being here. Places I got gen rushed twice on the same map as Clown and Ken. That would kind of go crazy. I kind of feel that, you know, it's been pretty rough lately. Shout out to Sneaky Snake for the follow as well. Nami says, I feel like DVD would be a completely different game then. I think it definitely would be. It would definitely be more tactical probably if there was like a stamina bar. And then Zaz was trolling with the graphics. Zaz was trolling with the graphics. Alright. Plague says, by the way, apparently, supposedly the devs want to add Basic and Unbreakable in DS or something like that, according to Choi. And they also said that the reasons killers are struggling is because they're not good enough. I mean, I highly disagree with that. I mean, you know. Because, I mean, there's a lot of things that M1s are just not capable of doing. So, like, it's like, what can you do, you know? You know, like my only view on this game really is like, just can we boost the M1s and the weak killers up to like B level? Like, can we raise up everybody to kind of equalize it so that there's more variety across the board? Like, that to me, I think is more important to the game as a whole. Because obviously the main thing people are tired of is Kennedy and Nurse and Blight and all the S tiers. So I'm like, okay, if we make the lower tiers better to play than garbage, then it would make more people want to play them. You know what I mean? And as people who main these characters can then have more fun, because it's not really that fun to play Ghostface and Myers and Freddy and stuff like that necessarily. I mean, you get steamrolled by a lot of things that you just have no control over. So it kind of sucks. Charlie, welcome in. Says, I learned how to play Ghostface while watching your match reviews. Hell yeah, I'm glad that you're here, man. Yeah, like I know I kind of have shifted past it nowadays, obviously, because it's you know, like it's just weird. YouTube's a bit more about the yapping now. But I used to be more about gameplay and trying to win, but obviously nowadays it's just kind of different. It doesn't really work that way anymore. For whatever reason. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, the game, like overall, the game is in balance. Like we already know that the game is just the Wild West of terrible. You know what I'm saying? It's just bad. It's bad. Like, but I only speak because on this in my perspective of being a low tier main. Like I play a lot of low tier killers. Like I don't play Blight and Nurse and. You know, because they're just not really interesting to me. You guys know that. I'm a horror movie fan first. So you guys know I'm all about my movies first and foremost. And that's why I play these characters. But it kind of sucks, you know what I mean? Like, you play a low tier and you just kind of have to expect to go on your losing streak. Maybe you win, like, once, and then you're just kind of done for the day. You're like, yay. So, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, regardless, we still have Pyramid Head, so he's still... at least my one A tier I play. Places I know for a fact I wanted to play Ghostface for one game, I would be instantly gen rushed, but the moment I crouched for 5 seconds. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. You guys know full well it's full copium and crash out in here because, you know, it ain't looking too good for us. It ain't looking too hot for us killer enjoyers. Well, the low tier killer enjoyers. Nami, which, let's see, we have Nami in here, which I want to hear this. This is gonna be interesting. I feel like it would be more of a hiding game, but you literally cannot hide in DBD, which is very true. You cannot, because if you're hiding, you're not on the gen, so you can't actually complete anything. I don't think they needed base kit unbreakable unless survivor was left on the ground for 2 minutes, have their bleed out. I think DS needs to be implemented higher MMR in my opinion. Yeah, I kind of see that. I think the issue is that obviously it's a lot. There's so much nuance. I wish I had more time to lay it all out, because it's such a nuanced discussion that there's no way to perfectly describe like how an idealized DBD would be, in my opinion. But base kit unbreakable, I just don't think is like necessary per se. I think it needs to be more like a like how Nami just said, which was like, if they're deliberately being left on the ground for a period of time, like that's longer than just the average, hey, there's a guy here, 10 seconds at most, okay, cool, let me go back and plop him up there, that makes a lot of sense. But the thing is with the devs is that they don't want to split up the brackets. They want to just kind of keep everything uniform. But the thing is, they're not acknowledging necessarily that it's like the game is so different within these like pieces of the game that everybody's experience is so different. Hugo says, I don't play Myers to win, I play him to insta-kill the flashlights. Yeah, I feel that. Plague says, there shouldn't be base kit unbreakable in DS at all. Nami says to Plague, you say this, but I'm also assuming you aren't a comp player or have thousands of hours in the game. Plague says, my hatred for Vigil has been relighted. In my first game, I played against a Swift with 3 Vigils and multiple looks like, yeah, because Vigil is currently bugged where it actually does a lot more recovery than it's supposed to. So that kind of sucks. So that's why I always recommend to you guys, like, just don't play the low tiers. Like, just stick with the B's and ups. Don't stick with Ghostface or Chucky or any of those characters. Don't do what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're not gonna have a fun time. It's not gonna go well for you. It ain't right. It ain't right. Yeah. PNG's not working? You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Okay, I think... Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Was it Choi? Yeah, Choi is interesting with his takes, I gotta say. Which I'm probably gonna do terribly in this match as well. Like, I don't even think I was able to warm up last game, so... Forgive me, but it is what it is. What add-ons would you make base kit on Ghostface? Honestly, I wish Matchbook was base kit. Like, completely base kit, not just, like, half. I wish it was just completely on there so I didn't have to run it all the time, because his reveal problem is really, like, annoying, I gotta say. So, like, if we were able to just, like, not have to worry about, like, 20-second cooldowns or 17-second cooldowns, and it were just, like, 16 seconds or whatever the amount it is, I could be like, okay, cool, I can actually just not have to think about my power constantly, like, disappearing, despite me being behind the wall or being in cover, and it's like, you know, it'd make him a little bit better, a little bit more quality of life changing, because, like, it's ridiculous when you're, like, behind the wall, you hear the meter going, you're right there behind that rock, and then you go, and you're like, wait, what? Like, I was behind the wall, like, how did I get revealed? Like, you know, I don't know. And I got carded and Joy. Damn, bro, I'm about to get cooked. So Nami says, I'm talking about high MMR killer, which would be different. The only thing you see is tunneling. Once the first game is dead, most of the time you'll see slugging. I would say so. Plus my audio is actually delayed. Love to see that. Love to see that for me. Love to see that. So I'm gonna have to go off pure game sense here. Got my sack, perfect. Yeah, my audio's a little delayed, so I can't really wholeheartedly go for this. Okay. Yeah, too bad my audio problems are kind of cropping up here. Yeah, I couldn't hear him, so I had to do that. Go straight for that pick there, because I know he wasn't going to get that in time. Gonna try to pop the pain res first, just as quick as we can, because like we most likely have at least 2 to 3 being pumped at the same time. If I'm understanding this correctly. Yeah, like the thing is that like I've said, like the difference between like the different, I guess you could say, brackets is so massive that it's like, what can you do? You know what I mean? Okay, can I get into chase real quick? Yeah, it's not letting me get into chase. There we go. Trying to see if I can try to get out of chase real quick. There we go. I have to hurry. Oh my god. All right, love that audio bug. Yep. Yeah, like it goes on forever too. Like it actually will just continue infinitely, like it's happened before. But I'm glad to have Nami in chat, because I'm pretty sure Nami's a survivor main, so she'll be able to give us some insight from another perspective on topics like these. I don't hear him. Oh, right, because of the audio bug. Dude. I don't know if it's the... I think it's just my game's audio is delayed or something like that, but I can't really hear it too accurately. I used 2 pain reses, so we're already down to 2. God damn. We've used 2 reses and we're already down to 2. That's crazy.
Hello there.
That's crazy. Yo, and mind you, wasn't there like that guy on the server that was like, oh, we're just not playing him well? I'm like, like, what are you talking about? Like, what? That was the funniest thing I've ever seen, bro. That was the funniest thing he's ever seen. He has way less hours than every Ghostface main combined. But then he was trying to tell us how to play the character. I'm like, bro, what? Like, what are you talking about? Good Ty, welcome in. That was hilarious when I heard that. I was like, there is no way this guy is for real. I was like, there's no way. Well, we're down to 1 now. That's great. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. Kicking it does nothing. I gotta move. I'm gonna shoot for the 1, and that's pretty much all we can do after that. Because, you know, and they're already instantly healed. That's exciting. Well, play with your food is not the answer for Ghostface's problems. You ultimately want to have like BAM instead or something like that. I wish I could hear him. I wish I could hear him, but my audio is messed up. As if I could hear him, dude. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. So if I can't hear him, I don't know what to do. I can't see through walls. Like, what the hell? I mean, I'll just shoot for the 1. That's the most like you could get on Garden of Joy with a weak killer. Oh man, I'll just shoot for the 1. Oh, well, that doesn't let me get the hit. I mean, yeah, like I'm playing an M1. Like if I had a dash or something, that'd be cool, but I don't have a dash. Yeah. Yeah, if I had a dash, bro, that'd be so different. Oh my god. Probably have hope maybe too. God damn. Shit is rough out here. Buff Ghostface, bro. Like, homie needs some map traversal or something. Yeah, well, yeah, GG's. I guess there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, yeah. Nothing I can do about that. I'm playing Ghostface. Worst killer in the game.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Is that really necessary? Like, you already got the freebie. I don't get it. Like, yeah. So that's the thing. That is the thing. This game is not meant to be competitive. Yeah, that's the thing. Would you rather long queue times or constant bully swifts? That's kind of the thing, though. It's like, you know, the people constantly are like, oh, we need a ranked mode, and it's like, but we've seen it with other modes that they add. Like, the queue times are like disgustingly long just for having two different modes. So if we added in a ranked mode, it would just be the same split, but even like more, because it'd be just within the base game. It wouldn't even just be like, oh, for a week it's gonna be slow. It's like the whole time you play is gonna take 10, 20, 30 minutes maybe just to find a match. And then I'm pretty sure either it'll all be casuals and like maybe 2% of people will still be in competitive, or you're gonna have, and the devs will probably be like, what's the point of adding this mode then if there's only gonna be like 2% of people playing it? And I don't think they even have the resources or patience to even do that, because we already seen that the devs are incompetent. So like, it's a lot of things that I don't imagine would be the case. And the game is just not competitive at all. Like, the game is just not competitive. It's very, very, very unbalanced. Like, there's so, like, the difference between a C tier, D tier killer like Ghostface versus Blight, Nurse, Kaneki, Dracula, like, crazy. Like, night and day. You're like two different games. Like, it's like, what do you even do in that situation, you know? It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if they just boost up the low tiers, maybe they'll be more incentivized to play them. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's just the way it goes. The players made it competitive though, so it is. That is true. Yeah, that is true. Places comp ruins any game, which is why trashing people on things like executing saying Battlefield 6 is a comp mode, or leave 2v8 permanent and regular could be ranked. The thing, yeah, that's the thing too. Like, I don't imagine that they want to have a split queue, because every time they've added any playlist, like, it always gets like super long regardless. But but obviously in a perfect world with devs that actually care about their game, maybe we'd see something like that. Like, so we'd see builds like these appear in ranked mode, and then maybe like in the casual mode, you would want to like restrict it or something like that. I don't know. You know what I mean? Hard to say. What's a license you think will never come to the game? I think it, like, Pennywise, I don't think would ever come to the game. I don't think it's possible. Like, I really don't think it is. Like, the devs need to really cut a contract that's not going to deal with Stephen King's directly, because Stephen King doesn't want to put things on video games. Like, he just doesn't want to. For whatever reason, he's got some weird vendetta around it. Yeah, he's weird. It would regulate itself eventually? I don't know. Alright, let me just double check. Okay. Personally, I'd quit the game. Like, if I had to sit there and wait 10, 15, 20 minutes every single day, I'm like, I'm not gonna play the game. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Like, you guys have seen me in 2v8. Like, I've had to have like 20-minute conversations with y'all just so that we could try to get through the queue time. So it's like, I wouldn't do it. I feel like that'd just take way too long. Me personally. Mickey Mouse, yeah, that's pretty funny. Cake, welcome in. Doesn't Stephen King own all the stuff? The thing is that Stephen King doesn't want stuff in stuff in video games. He's just weird. I don't see how you can get a license. Well, they do have what is it, Welcome to Derry, or like some TV show that's dropping that does have Pennywise, and Stephen King is not associated with the TV show, so maybe they could go from that angle. That's I can't wait to see you play Survivor in 2v8. Yeah, we actually have if Nami's still in chat, she could sound off. But we do have a 2v8 stream scheduled, I think like Wednesday, I think, or something like that. I think. So we're gonna see how that turns out, obviously with the whole 2v8 thing. You know, because 2v8 has been my most favorite mode. Like that's the only mode I would play. Honestly, if it was in the game, I would never play 1v4 again. Because it's just like so unfun to just sit around and just keep doing the same boring stuff over and over with characters that will never get buffed. So like, I just would like to see a little, I like having a little variety, you know, being able to communicate with other people that also enjoy playing as killer and stuff like that. We just play, like, mess around. And it's constant action, you know what I mean, with the 2v8. Like with 1v4, you're gonna get a variety of players, but like with 2v8, it's like, you're always going to find somebody, you're always going to find a chase, you always have something to do. And it's fun in that sense. Let's go perkless Freddy, I guess. It's not like the perks matter anymore, so let's just go with it. So. Alright. Now we get to play while you wait in 2v8. Yeah, that's the only thing, like, that is, it's kind of lame. I was like, damn. Because I wish they would have fixed the whole queue time, but nah. Places, like I said before, comp also just breeds unnecessary toxicity. For example, the player base of Marvel Rivals already making people quit because of how toxic comp can be, and possibly casual mode too. Yeah, but then again, it's a free to play kind of game, so like like a team shooter, so I imagine that they were going to have that. But yeah, it's like it is what it is. What can you do? What can you do? Jackson, welcome in. Says that also means no Jack Torrance, no Carrie, no Cujo in the game. Yeah. I would like those like characters like that in the game, but I find it hard to believe we'd get it. You know what I mean? I think that would be like close to impossible in my opinion, because of how Stephen King is with the licenses. Timmy says, how bad do you think play while you wait is gonna be broken? I mean, I don't know. Like, it could be kind of ridiculous. Zaz says, I want classic horror monsters. I need a mummy. Yeah, I want classic horrors too. I want like the Invisible Man. I want Frankenstein. You know, like, you know, I don't know if they're gonna add like OG Dracula, like, you know, or maybe Nosferatu. You could go with that. Like Nosferatu would be interesting. Stuff like that. That'd be cool. Cake says some movies and TV buy the license from the book authors, but others authors write it into the deal that they keep their license to their own characters and work. I don't know if King is one of those or not. We'll see. Hopefully. That's why I say just make it permanent. Jackson says, are you good at playing Unknown? Probably not. Places gotta hate the new graphic models. That Ghostface outfit, he looking rubbery. Damn, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. He just violated my favorite skin. That's crazy. King retains creative direction on the new Dairy show. Damn. Because I'm trying to see this some kind of way to get Pennywise in the game, but who knows at this point. Movie came in either, fairly cheap license. That would be cool. We need a yeah, I want Patrick Bateman as a killer too. That would be fantabulous. That genuinely would be fantastic. Like, genuinely, I would love that. You know what I mean? That would be incredible. Like, that would be a really amazing character to add. I would probably play them. I don't want to see any more additions so this game is somewhat playable. Yeah. Yeah, but the game is not, you know, well designed, so I'm not really super surprised. A sewer map would be cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that they could do, but the problem is that it's behavior. So it's like, what are they really gonna do? You know, probably not much. You know, it's like, all right. You know, I don't have high hopes. You know, I'm trying to keep everything like very. I'm trying to keep everything very like close to the. What do you call that? Like close to the chest? I don't know how you describe that. Like something basically saying like I'm not trying to get my hopes up. I'm just trying to see what they give us, if they actually decide to make any actual changes, what they're gonna do, because obviously like the game's just not in a great spot. I mean, it hasn't been for a long time, but it's even more so now with like the ridiculous like changes that they've been adding, like the lack of like support the game has gotten and stuff like that. It's not looking too good. Like it's not looking too good. So how did he get a flashbang how did he get a flashbang already? Didn't the game just begin? Like wait, how did you have enough for that much gen? Yo, is it naturally that quick? God damn. Yo. Well, considering that this main gen is like at 99.9, I guess we found the answer. God damn. Holy. Golly. Oh, okay, they didn't actually go around. Fake it. Okay, cool. Got away here. And there's no point in kicking that again, I don't think. Yeah, they're just gonna tap it regardless. There's no point. I don't have any perks, so. But yeah, another gen is almost about 50%. I pretty much have nothing here. I really want Art the Clown to be added, though. I feel like Art the Clown is my dream chapter right now. Art the Clown is my dream chapter. Like, I want Art the Clown. We're already at 3 gens. That's to be expected in this current day and age. Yeah, there's not much I can do here. If I kick it, it's tab. Yep. Yep. Not sleep, so she'll chain it. Yep. That is incredibly bugged, but all right. Yep. The left. Yeah, let's put her out in the open. Alright. I'm gonna see if they try to go for the save now. Because I walk away. Yeah, it's pushing too far though. So it says, I want to do something funny. Pull up a speedrun timer or something, and then when your next game starts, start the timer. I want to see how fast it takes the gens to pop. That would be pretty funny. If anybody wants to pull up a stopwatch or something like that, or a timer, or like a speedrun timer, that would be pretty funny. I think that'd be pretty funny. Bobby Diaz? No? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I feel like a timer would be so goddamn funny. A timer would be so funny. Yeah, they're just gonna be waiting there. There's no point then. We're pretty much at 1 gen. I can guarantee there's like at least another 199. I can guarantee that, yep. turn. Oh, I turned my camera, but it doesn't turn the actual ability. Yep. I also can't really play these tiles, which kind of sucks. Like, because the hindered is only 13.5, so because it's so low, I can't actually make these rotations all the way around. As you can see, she completely makes the palette completely safely. So I gotta hand it to Clown. Clown does have the better hindered. I gotta give it to Clown, but unfortunately, I'm playing Freddy, so yeah. Oh well. Cool. I'll just leave her there because they probably got somebody waiting for it. There's that one gen over there, but it's not a lot. Should I stop the timer when all gens are done when the game officially ends? I'm not sure. Or about the adrenaline exists, so there you go. GG's. GG's. Not really much we could do in that situation. Because we're losing at least 2 gens by the time we even can get to find someone or even get close to a down. So like the ratio does not work here when you're playing a low tier. Like you have to, and then running to Shack, safest loop. I mean, GG's, I guess. Like that's pretty much, that's game over right there. There's nothing I can do. So that's just the nature of the game, you know. That's just the nature of the game. You know. GG's. I'm not gonna even attempt to try to make endgame work. It doesn't work on Freddy. And that, like, no. No. Yeah, they got a lot to make it very safe. So GG's on that. Let's see. So not gonna lie, I would want to see a concept for a haunted car. That would be interesting. Would it be in third person or first person? That I'm not sure. Do you think Megan could work? I mean, considering the failure of the chapter, or not the chapter, the movie franchise or whatever, I don't imagine it would. So something old timey, maybe one of those first cars like steam powered. That'd be kind of interesting. They should add a beholder from D&D. What is the beholder, by the way? I forgot. King also has games based on his work. They just didn't sell well. The Stand, Dark Half, Shawshank Redemption, and Lawnmower Man. Never heard of those. For the flashbangs. Cake says, I just want to see the braking animations, the chase. That would be pretty cool. The stunt animation would just be the car going off. The alarm, yeah. That would make a lot of sense, I think. Yeah, it's true. You a toolbox pretty much guarantees the free charge or whatever, so that's guaranteed. So that's cool. This map is just bad for killers. Yeah, especially if I'm playing like a low tier. Like Freddy and stuff like that. So GG's, I guess. It's not. I'm just at a point where I just don't even try anymore. Like it's just demoralizing. I do individual timer speeds gen. First gen done at X time. 1 timer for the first to pop. 1 for all 5. That would be pretty interesting. Places. I think I'll start the timer as soon as he regains control of his character and stops the timer when all 5 gens are done. It's the first time using a stopwatch. Cakes' car would need to be third. I think the animations otherwise would be weird. That is true. Yo, there's a giant floating eye with other eye stalks. Each eye has powers. They do have a beholder in the map. Like it's like in behind like some bars or whatever, like a prison or something. But I'm not really seeing anything else per se. But yeah, pretty much, you know, same, you know, full meta builds as you can see. You know, Deja Vu is incredibly strong, as I've made many many statements about. And of course, Vigil does stack quite a bit lately, so that already gives them a lot of free perks back. So there you go. They missed an opportunity to give Sable a Necromancer or Druid skin. That would be pretty cool. Norman Bear as the killer with debates motels. The map could be cool too. That would be interesting as well. But knowing DVD, they probably wouldn't do it. Because good ideas are just not something that behavior is capable of doing nowadays, unfortunately. Even with like Nostromo, I would say, I feel like Nostromo was a failure in my opinion. I feel like that was one of the worst maps they've ever added into the game for licenses. Absolutely awful. Like people remember Nostromo for the ship, right? They remember Nostromo and the movie for being in those like very like claustrophobic hallways and things like that. And the fact that we just don't have that is just sad. It's like, damn, like we could have had like something incredible, you know, for a Nostromo map. Like that would have been incredible. But of course, we're not allowed to have nice things. So instead, we end up getting a wreckage for some reason, which is not great. You know what I mean? As an Alien fan, I would have liked to have a ship. You know what I mean? We could be in space. That would be cool. But oh well. I guess, you know. So Displacer Beast? I'm not sure what a Displacer Beast is personally. You gotta let me know what that means. Places I remember on a stream when River came up with the dumbest idea to have a killer that basically the entity and can fly and face their wall. That actually is pretty idiotic. I'm not even gonna disagree with that. Like, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Like genuinely, that is pretty bad. Yeah, no, you're right about that. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. I see the worms from Tremors. I don't think I've seen that one either, to be honest. I don't think I've seen that one either. But shambles for us all, man. You know, and that's the thing about playing this game. Like, I wish I could play other stuff. Like, I have a list of what I would love to play, I think. But it's wait, if I'm clicking on Myers, right? Okay, blood. Hey, bro, did they? Damn, now they don't let me level up between matches now? Damn, behavior. Come on. They're like, you're not leveling up, Myers. You're not gonna do that. I'm like, damn, bro, I just wanted to level up, man. That's crazy. King of bad ideas and bad takes. No, 100% agree. That may be doable because of the tunnels that xenomorph fuses and how you can see the survivors running while in them. Yeah, but unfortunately... And it's not even to just be, like, negative. Like, that's not my goal or my intention to try to be overly negative about the game. But, you know, as you guys know who have been following on YouTube, like, the game just has not been looking too hot. Like, it really has just had a lot of bad changes, just a lot of things that just have not been ideal for, like, the vast majority of us, right? It's not looking too good. And they just... honestly I've lost all faith in behavior personally. I think they're just failing. I'll start the stopwatch as soon as you regain control of your character when the gens are done. Okay. Displacer beasts are Black Panthers with extra tails and legs that can make illusions. Damn, like, why haven't I heard these things before? That is crazy to me. Why haven't I heard these things? That I find incredible. I think, yeah, Ty, I think it is. I think he was, like, honestly, that was a whole thing. I'm pretty much gonna put that behind me, honestly. Because he was, it's like talking to a brick wall with that guy. It appears in books, that's why. Damn, I got dead sands. GG's, everybody. We spawned in and we already lost the game.
If good guys finish last.
Which I wanted to point out to you guys, with the new spawn changes, like, Corrupt Intervention has kind of, like, received, like, a bit of a subtle nerf. Because of the fact that you're unable to, okay. You're unable to kind of know exactly where they spawned at, because sometimes they just don't spawn on the gens that are blocked.
Gotcha, you dumb shit.
He goes, gotcha, you dumb shit. Like, that thing just kills me every time, bro. Oh, man. Dude has me dying, dude.
Good time.
Dude has me dying with that one, dude. Why don't we have Irish and Scottish folklore monsters in DVD? I have no idea. Video's lagging hard, yeah. It's probably Twitch, honestly. Twitch just loves to lag. I don't know why. Because mind you, I restarted my PC, so it's not like I'm doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm prepared for this. Like, oh, it's the infinite finesse bug again. Okay, cool. How exciting. I did break it on the wrong side, so that's my mistake, but... Oh, well. That's Chucky. Chucky being Chucky, unfortunately. Oh, right, I forgot. It's finesse. It's finesse. Yeah, it's finesse we're talking about. I forgot it dodges your abilities and attacks. My bad.
Let's
All right, let's go ahead and damn. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, timer is probably not gonna look too crazy here. It's when now it's when it's starting. Now we're gonna get 3 popping at once now. That's the problem. But I will say I didn't really play too well in this match either, so it's like, you know, to be expected, I guess. Yeah.
something for ya.
Pre-stream could be screwing up. Yeah. It's not looking too good for us, you know what I mean? Like, matches have been pretty bad, like streams been pretty bad, like I'm getting lagged pretty much backwards. That's exciting. That's cool. Honestly, like I've already kind of stopped trying already. Like it's kind of ridiculous at this point, like how bad the game is. Like, it's kind of sad. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, people are also cheating more. Yeah, that's very true. That is 100% correct. I'm actually gonna drop that video tomorrow.
Come here.
I'm gonna drop that video tomorrow. Because yeah, it is indeed a problem. It is indeed a common problem that we have to face as killers. Unfortunately, it is a common problem.
You can't run from me, you stupid shit.
But we're starting to get some pressure back, so that's gonna help us out a little bit here. Probably not by much, but it'll help us at least a bit. Because obviously, you know, the gen will still fly and we'll be at 1 already, regardless if I kick it or not, so, you know. That's off the record, of course. Yep. So I gotta break off because I not really playing a strong killer, so I gotta move away and hope for the best here. Now, the thing is that if I did main a stronger killer, maybe I'd actually enjoy the game a bit more. But I think that's kind of what everybody does, so I don't think that's I don't think that's really like a good way to solve the problem, because the thing is, the more you play strong killers, the more they start to get adjusted, quote unquote, and then they're made unplayable. So it's like, well, you know, you're kind of in a lose-lose. Like, you play the character, but they get nerfed later, or you play the character that's weak, and then they're just bad to play and not really fun. So it's like you're kind of in a bad situation, I think, regardless of how you slice it. I think.
Come out, wherever you are. Yeah.
This is more of an average gen speed, but it's still pretty quick. So I'm like, yeah, it's just not a lot I can do. You know. It's not a lot I can do. Playing a low tier with 110% movement.
You're mine!
But finally, we might be able to actually get some pressure here. It might be a chance. We might have a chance here, boys. We might have a chance. Might have a chance.
You didn't stand a chance. Yeah!
We might be able to pull it back here. We might be able to pull it back. Very unlikely, but we might be able to pull it back.
Good times.
But I will say, like, with DBD, I think I'm just kind of mentally checked out. Like, I don't think I really try as much as I could anymore. Because it just feels kind of pointless. Like, you just kind of get screwed over by a lot of behavior, bro. Yeah, it's true. Like, Unbound was buffed and everyone loved it, and then they nerfed that, and I'm like, why? I don't know. Like, it was such it was an okay perk. It wasn't bad. It wasn't overpowered, but it got gutted anyway. I'm like, okay. So I was just like, I just didn't understand the point of that. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah! Like, to me at least, I was like, I don't think it needed that. You know what I mean? Like, their balancing philosophy just seems a little twisted. Like, I don't get it. Yep. But yeah, I'm just kind of done trying with Killer at this point. Like, it's just like, it's... Like, it's very, very unfun, I would say, and a 9.99% of the time. Like, I would say 99.9 is very just grueling and exhausting, I would say. So yeah, I'm like, yeah. Is that the time? 7 minutes and 57 seconds? Is that the time? You're joking, right? You're joking, right? Like, 7 minutes and 57 seconds.
Yeah!
7 minutes? 7 minutes, dude? Really? God, 7 minutes? Yikes! Like, god damn! And that was a more slow game. That was a more slow game. Like, that was more like kind of like average, like meh kind of speed. Like, that wasn't even the normal like match I get. Like, that's kind of crazy when you think about the math. Like, what the hell? Damn. So like, it's pretty much averaging 5 minutes, right? Like, if we take into account what I usually get, the outlier being almost 8 minutes. Damn, that's tough. Damn, dude. Yikes, the game. Ay. Places Killer makes one mistake, instantly loses, while survivors make more than one mistake and still escape using their abused meta. That's crazy work. The fact DVD rewards bad gameplay, kind of insane. They said that the DD Chandler stream encouraged cheaters. Hopefully we will get premise triggered. Oh wait, I didn't have that. Yeah. Fact they nerfed anything on Killer gets too popular. Like, they saw Unbound wasn't a meta, just a funny perk, and nerfed it, but they didn't do the same for survival, like Convection. Yeah. Kind of crazy to buff them and immediately nerf something. What's the point of that? I kind of agree with that too. Like, that's kind of insane. What would it be with all 4 regression perks? What do you think it would make a difference? I wouldn't think so, because the thing is, you need to down them to make it work. But if you're playing Chucky, Ghostface, Freddy, Myers, like, you're gonna struggle a lot more compared to like a stronger killer. So even with 4 slowdowns, you won't even see it get used, which is what makes it so, like, even running 4 slowdowns just doesn't really matter in that sense. So that's sort of like that's always been like my biggest issue with the game, is like, you can try to run something to counter it, but you kind of can't, because it's just not effective if your character's not able to do anything with that. Like, you know what I mean? And mind you, like you could still be the best at your character, and you could probably still make it happen. But like at the end of the day, you kind of have to do a lot more than other killers have to do. You know what I mean? Like I can pretty much be peak V back when I used to like really sweat DBD. I could be like at my peak and like do pretty well, right? Because I'm washed now. I've already just kind of put that to the side. I've already stopped trying at this point. But assuming that I'm like at my peak, right? I'm playing like to the best of my ability. I'm locked in. I'm not reading chat. I'm just silent and I'm playing, right? Best case scenario, probably I might win a little bit more. But even then, right, we're still playing a low tier killer, right? So like you can probably say a Blight main would probably down a lot sooner than you probably would see with, you know, with a Ghostface, right? I mean, that's just, you know, how it works. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunately the game. You know, it's how it's balanced, you know? So we'll try another game just for reference. We'll play Chucky because he's at least a little better than my other mains, just for a point of reference. We'll put on 4 slowdowns. Is this count as 4 slowdowns, do you think? Or like, or should I change it for something else? Like, do you want, like, should it be a block slowdown or should it be like a direct regression slowdown? That's the next question I have. So, but yeah, their balancing is pretty bad. Yeah, they do purely on sheets and graphs. That's true. Do you think the games would be faster with 4 slowdowns? Less chase pressure, more time on gens. That's kind of the problem. You know what I mean? We should have a mix. Because I'm gonna let you guys decide, bro. Like, we're gonna play Chucky, right? He objectively is a chase focused killer, right? And you guys can let me know. We could go either full regression. We could go slow down, like just like blocking it. We can go with that style, just to see if we could get more data. If you guys really want to do that. Now Chucky is obviously a little bit of a special case because he doesn't really benefit from a lot of the slowdowns that the game has, but yeah. And that was me just playing like okay. I don't think I was playing that great. You know what I mean? So that we're just trying to get an average. So Timmy says I gotta play something else. This game is just not doing it for me anymore. Yeah, I'm on the same boat as you. Yo, if Duke Ryan shows up too, I'll see if he also could sound off about it. I think a lot of us collectively are just kind of done. Like we're just so drained, I would say, which is great. You know what I mean? At least we can all come together and share that feeling and kind of, you know, it's in a sense almost therapeutic, right? Because you at least know you're not alone and in the feeling of burnout and depression with this game. Like I think that's the best way to describe it. We're not alone. We're all here, you know, experiencing very similar things. And yeah, I think that's like pretty cool in a way, right? Where as a community can come together. But shout out to Duke Rye. I mean, he's obviously not in chat right now, but shout out to Duke Rye. Shout out to Nami as well. I don't know if they're in chat still or like lurking or whatever, but shout out to them as well. One of the, like, a very fantastic creator. I would highly recommend following him, especially for Survivor content, because I don't play it, so I can't really deliver that. But hey, you know, you gotta, there's other ways. And then, you know, do typically corrupt tremors and surge and pain res? For Chucky, I'm not sure. For Chucky, I feel like he's a little bit of a special case where I'm not sure if it'll work. Because thrilling to me doesn't really slow anything down. It just gives you information because it only blocks the gens that aren't being worked on. So all it would show me is like sort of like barbecue without the aura, you know? Plague says it's fun to time the gen speed. Farrah, welcome in. It says v.h.s.x. hello, finally caught it live. Let's go, man. Welcome in. I was so curious to see how that pans out. Some person with the hook requirements, others with down requirements. Plague says DVD has made me uninstall 2 new games. Maybe install 2 new games to have something to play. It's miserable. God damn. Charlie, yo, shout, can we get some love for Charlie in the chat who dropped the 5 for us? It says, can I get an unknown game after this Chucky game? Corrupt, Deadlock, Surge, and No Ed. Add-ons are captured. I mean, okay. He said after this Chucky game, so we'll make sure to honor it like he mentioned in his request. He specifically asked for us to do it after. So we're gonna do that. The drainage of said certain game, I feel that I'm gonna take a little hiatus. Timmy says my trapper kill rate was at 75 and it dropped to 62. Damn. Cake says drilling works to block gens in a pinch. Okay. So, all right. Let's try to give us the best shot, all right? Like before we had like we had 1, 2 slowdown, we had 3 slowdowns technically and a chase perk. Now we're gonna put on 4, right? So we're gonna probably slap on maybe we'll try to go with the best we can put on, right? So let's try putting on pain res, dead man's, like let's try to give it the best chance so that we can really get the best data that we can go off of. I think that'll give it the like a fair shot. And are we talking about like using like 4 slowdowns? I think that was what we were talking about. I think we can do that. I think we'll go with like 4 just to kind of prove a point. And kind of see what we go with there and just try to compare the data. Let's see if we go with 4 slowdowns. We'll try to run something like pop or because like he doesn't really M1 much, so I think it would be best to go with like an M2 like pop or something. Or eruption. Eruption's pretty decent. It's more like hands-free. Thrilling works to block gens in a pinch. Places I like to use thrilling for information like on killers like Spirit. I've been using it on night. Ferris says I played my first Ghostface game today and somehow got a 4K. Well, hell yeah, you know, good work. This is where the fun begins, you know. I gotta say I'm proud. I'm glad, man. I really wish I could provide more gameplay for Ghostface, but I feel like I'm at a point where like I just don't really enjoy him anymore. So like I feel that I'm not gonna be able to give like the best possible match. You know what I mean? Colorblind did get a buff, but it's still not a lot. Like mathematically it's still very low. Like I wouldn't say it's going to like, you know, knock your socks off or anything like that. It's still just going to, you know, do what it does. So we're putting on the straight razor as well just to kind of give us another shot at actually, you know what, nah, let's give them like what we can go with. But yeah, we're gonna make sure we honor Charlie's build request right after this game because he did mention that he wants this match after this Chucky game so we can get data. Which I honestly, you know, I think it's kind of fun. You know, I'm like, why not? I'll just play normally. Probably not. I'm not gonna try to sweat too much. I'm just gonna play it. We're just gonna see what we get, and we just go from there. And then we could try to see, you know, a little bit of some data. You know. Captain Skittles, welcome in. Says Conviction needs a nerf. I went up against a bully squad yesterday with Exponential and Soul Guard. Damn. I thought they changed Conviction where they can't do that anymore. I guess they didn't. Plague is going hard. I understand it though, you know, like we're in a situation now where we're just like we're just like so done, you know what I mean? So I get it, you know, I can't blame you. Yeah, it was 7 minutes and 50 something seconds, or I mean, yeah. No, wait, no, 7 minute. Wait, 7 minutes and 50. Yeah, seven. They got me all confused with the minute part. It was 7 minutes and 50 something seconds. God damn. Yo, it got me all confused. I'm like, what the heck? Oh my god, it's so funny. Play Doctor's probably gonna have, damn, yeah, like it's, you know, it's mainly just how it is, you know, nowadays. I don't think we Plague is gonna be next on a chopping block. You think so? 7 minutes and 57 seconds. Yeah, damn. So that's like, notice, like I was saying that usually games are like 5 minutes, right? So that one was like a more average speed in my opinion, because like I've been playing this game. I've been trying to go for wins on my characters for a long time, so I've been going against a lot of players that want to also win. I don't want to use terms like high MMR and shit like that because it's just so like it's a buzzword nowadays, and I'm not gonna do it because I don't even want to use that type of term. Also, a pretty bad map, so I will say that that might add to the that might add to it. let's try our best to try to get this down as quick as we can.
You what?
Jeez. That's gonna cost me. Yeah.
Why are you running?
That's gonna cost me.
Why are you running?
Ah, jeez. That's gonna cost me. All right, we got the down. All right.
You're mine.
You're mine now. All right, we're gonna try to shoot for the pain res here. Hopefully we can get it. Okay, we apply that. All right. Whip is a problem? Okay. I actually spoke about that in my own video. And it's not all Swifts at all, honestly. It's the Swifts that are focused on trying to win streak that cause the most friction, I think, when in the DVD community. Oh my god, hitbox, dude. I gotta break off. Yeah, I gotta break off. Yep, I gotta break off. Yeah. If I got the hit, I would have maybe considered it, bro, but no. Well, she's already healed, so I don't mind going after her again.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Okay, so let's go around, and then we're gonna try to see if we can, you know, build back some pressure here.
Bing bang.
Or not. Thank you for the stun noise. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, damn, there it is. Like, there it is. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like, damn. Yo, like, that is such a relatable sound effect. Just, I like this going, just the hard breath is just so accurate. Like, damn. Yo, that is so true. Like, golly. Such an accurate, thing.
Hey.
Yeah, I gotta let it go there. Oh, so far, we're not doing too bad. All right, we're not doing too bad, surprisingly. I think that this would probably be way worse on Ghostface, but we could probably compare with that if you guys want.
I don't have time for this shit.
All right, we're not doing too bad. A gen hasn't flown yet. We're not doing too bad. The slowdown is working. I will give it that. The slowdown is working.
I'm gonna find
And when I do, I'm gonna rip you to pieces. I love that, bro. I can't. The Ghostface sigh summons it up. It really does, though. Damn, bro. Yo, the stated DVD is just. I like that. That's literally just the stated DVD. Like, I swear, bro, it's so true.
Come here.
I was trying to go into the window, but it didn't work that way. I gotta break off then. So I will say in this match, I'm trying to be a little bit more locked in. I'm trying to focus and stuff like that. So this match, I would say, would be a little bit more accurate to how you probably could play, or something like that, I would say.
That was easy.
You should add a TTS redeem. Well, I have it on the blurb or whatever. Are you talking about like a channel point redeem? I tried to turn, but it didn't let me. I think I hit the maximum turn rate. But probably already on the outskirts, rolling in. Yep, going on the outskirts. Then goes bin. Probably already bolted. Probably double balled. Yep. It doesn't let me turn though. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that. This chase is taking too long, but I also don't want to break off without kicking this thing. All right, hold W. Yeah. So that right there is how you counter Chucky, bro. Just literally, I keep saying this, just turn corners. Just turn corners. Like, turning corners are gonna be the main way to counter Chucky, bro. I keep saying this. I've said this so many times. Oh. So do they get to keep standing up, or do I wait? Like, what am I supposed to do here? Like, do they just stay up the whole time? Or do they not go down anymore? Like, how does that work? Do they not go down? How does that work? So she's not going down. Okay, finally she goes down. Because I'm like, what the heck is that? Oh, because they can sit there and wait. That's right. Because of the boon that they have. Yeah, they can just get up on their own. And then they have free endurance for it. That's right. That's right. That's right. I am a bit confused on that one, but okay. Already behind me, I heard footsteps. But at least I fixed the audio problem. I was gonna try to wait because she probably had Dead Hard, but apparently that didn't really matter. Because I was trying to wait it out because he most likely had Dead Hard. Like, Dead Hard is another perk that's really strong against Chucky. Like, if you any endurance perk is gonna do extremely well against Chucky because he has such a long cooldown.
Come on.
Come on. But yeah, this one I think this one was a little bit better in terms of pressure and whatnot. For Chucky, at least. But Chucky, like, the thing with Chucky is, like, if I can get momentum and I can land my stuff pretty easily, then, like, obviously like, I will say that I think it provides a much stronger slowdown because of the fact that my character is not completely bottom tier. However, Chucky is still not high tier in my opinion. I think he's very bad. I don't know where the other one ran to because she got up by herself. I don't know where to check. Like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, so what's the timer on that? Like, because they were all downed already. So, like, what was the timer for that one? Unless So 9 minutes and 38 seconds. So I would say that because of the fact that they weren't on the gens and because it had slowdown in combination with the altruism, I think that's what made it lean more into my favor in this one. But on the other hand, I gotta say I was a bit more locked in. I got a lot more hits. So like, it's hard to say. I feel like this is really strong, really interesting. And they both had like meta add-ons, like the bottle time. They had the insta heal syringe. They had resurgence for insta healing off of hooks. They've had botany as well, so that would have obviously contributed to an insta heal. They both had conviction, of course. They also had background player and flashbang. They also did have We're Gonna Live Forever as well. So they were pretty much prepared for slugging, but I kind of didn't really do that much. So yeah. Oh yeah, Farrah. I did see that trailer about the about that dog's perspective in a horror movie. If you took Wesker, it would have been 7 minutes. Yeah, I've heard even from Wesker mains that like they don't want to play him anymore because it's super buggy, the collision's really bad, like stuff like that. So yeah, I probably won't play him either, honestly. If a Wesker mains are saying it, I'm probably gonna believe them a lot more, in my opinion. But that's just me. Oddly enough, I think Pain Res is putting in the least work. Interesting for sure. Don't stop in case of a perk. Possible unbreak or something. Yeah. Deadlight, welcome in. He says, is it just me or does every stream get more progressively frustrating? Oh, man. Can you give us some feedback on how well the team played in the map, too? You think we got a comparable team in a map to compared to the 8-minute run? Well, I will say that, like, Dead Sands, I think, is a much worse map than the farm map. I think they're both pretty bad, but I think Dead Sands is just a smidgen worse, in my opinion. So that I would say in contribution with the fact that I was more focused, I was playing better, obviously, as a result of that, which allowed for more hits, more downs. The slowdown was actually able to work as well because of the fact that they were more altruistic. So that obviously helped me in the long run because then they got off of that in there. So I wouldn't say it's the same, in my opinion. So I would say that it's probably not the same in terms of like map, at least. But I will say that well, which will wait for Cake to return from the ad. I will say that much. We'll do that. We'll let Cake return from the ad, and then we're gonna try to compare notes here. Cause I'm curious to hear this, man. How many crash outs we had today? Not many yet, surprisingly. It's surprisingly not many yet. But welcome in, Hex. So hopefully Cake will. Okay, Cake is here. Okay. So judging from like my perspective, you guys can chime in too. You can let me know. I don't think that that really the team was necessarily better. I do think that because they were playing altruistic though, like they were trying to anti-tunnel basically, right? They were getting in the way, they were trying to body block. So that allowed me to use more slowdown, that allowed them to get off the gens, and that bought me more time as a result, right? So then I was able to switch characters, go for downs from that. And then I like comparatively to Dead Sands where like I just was not playing very well. Couldn't get any downs. The map is very, very strong. So like for them, so I was like, oh well, you know, I'm already gonna be at a massive disadvantage. So with the difference, I would say is like more so the play style of what I was going up against, because I was able to then exploit the altruism to my favor, which allowed the slowdown to be stronger. Now, if I was playing badly, I wouldn't have been able to capitalize per se. So in other words, you know, in other words, in other words, like, yappity yap yap, basically. The DC after Plaza is kind of wild. Oh, she didn't talk. What the flip? Oh, what a ripoff! Like, what the, what the hell? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and fulfill Charlie's build request. He wanted to use the Capture by the Dark and the Vanishing Box, and he says he wants Corrupt, which I think is on the second page. Deadlock, which should be on the second page as well. Surge and Noed. So let's go ahead and put on Surge. Where is it? Okay, Surge, and then Noed was in there somewhere. So let's go ahead and get that fulfilled for him. I have to update the graphic to include build requests on the screen so that people are aware of what we're doing. I always forget. All right, let's go ahead and but yeah, so yeah, I gotta say, at least we can all kind of come together and at least be able to kind of vent about our frustrations with the game as a whole lately. That's I find that to be pretty cool. Like, we at least are able to kind of do that. I'm not sure what fit I'm gonna put though. I kind of like them as they are, but if I were to combine them, I think it's bugged or I can't hear their sound, which kind of sucks. I wanted to hear them like say weird things. That would have been really fun. Maybe we'll go Cap and Bells. We can go with maybe like a medieval theme. You think? Like, we could kind of go like that or something. I don't know. Jester Granny, or maybe dress. I don't know. Wait, no, I have the other one. This one would actually kind of go crazy. Hold on. We're about to cook. Everybody stand back. We're about to cook. We're about to cook, yo. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe not. But we're not cooking that much, but we're cooking something. All right, we're cooking something. We are cooking some. All right. Cakes is considering that the time difference between 8 minutes to 9 maybe isn't that big, especially if you think the team was playing in a way that made it easier to use your slowdowns. I will say that, yeah, the difference is definitely slight. Currently timing games with the stopwatch for fun to see how the gens fly. It's true. Charlie also giving us a half gen block regression. Ironically, could be timed to sue. I think we could try it. I would assume Unknown would be perform better than Chucky. Potentially. You have Detective Unknown? I don't yet. Next, like, yo, hurry your ass up. I'm like, all right, damn. Like, what? Damn. He's like, hurry your ass up. Like, damn. He's like, you don't want to see the fashion in action, bro. That's crazy work, bro. You don't want to see the fashion in action. This is getting fun, so I'm gonna time the rest of the matches. Yeah, honestly, yeah, you better ready up or I'm busting out the baby oil. Hey, yo, what did he say? What did he say? What did he say? That's crazy work, bro. And he's got the emote with the now we just gotta wait. Oh nah. That's crazy, man. He's yo, that's crazy work, bro. All right, let's get into this. I haven't really played Unknown probably at all, so you know, I might fail this, but let's try our best, you know. But this is a character that I don't play a lot of, so it is possibly MMR might be different, but this might also help us collect data, because if I'm using characters that I don't play and we compare it to a character that I do play a bit more, and then if we compare that to a character I play a lot, maybe we might be able to get a good range as to like, you know, what's going on, but for the sake of argument, I will say like if 5-minute games are like the average, that means that we're going a little bit past that with slowdown, which means that we might be able to conduct an experiment. We might be able to conduct an experiment without slowdowns and using chase perks instead or something like that, and kind of see if how that goes. But I don't know, because I know I'd seen Scott do like something like that, but I honestly don't know if I want to do the same thing, because I just really am not a math person. So like, oh well, that's way too far.
This is the worst.
That, well, okay. Well, I tried. I tried my best on that one. All right then. Well, and okay. Well, unknown being unknown for 5 minutes straight. All right, cool. That doesn't do anything. Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know what to do with that, bro. And then there you go. And then there you go. It's gone. I'm like, what the hell? You know what's funny is that I actually made a video today about Unknown and like how bad they are. Like, ironically enough, I made a video literally going out tonight talking about Unknown and how bad like they are. So I find that so funny that like, oh, that doesn't connect because they're already pre-running. So they're not completely buns at the game. So like they're pretty much average. They're pretty much average at the game from what I can tell. Oh, well, okay, well, it's not really. Oh, we got the hit there at the start. Okay. All right. Okay. That was pretty lucky. That was pretty lucky, I gotta say. v.h.s.x about to get a data team in chat for real. For real, bro. We about to start collecting data. We're about to start collecting data, bro. That's so funny. Where does that go? I don't know. Oh, well, okay. Well, it's not gonna reach them if they're gonna go that way. Or they're just holding forward till the cows come home. All right, well, that's cool. I'll just go somewhere. Unknown could be very strong if you played him and mastered him. I mean, I guess you're probably right. You know, if I took a math class. If I took a math class, maybe, you know? And then I once again see why I don't like Unknown. Jesus Christ. That part right there is why I don't like Unknown. Yeah, thank you for that with the hard breathing. Thank you. Just thank you. The sigh is what I needed. Just thank you. That's how I felt after I saw that. I was like, all right, bro. Like, you got that. Like, what the fudge? I'm like, yo, come on. Oh, well, okay. Crashed out data? It's so true. Crashed out data for sure. It didn't count. Are you kidding me? That doesn't connect either. But we're about to lose about 2 gens, so just keep that in mind. Ball? Oh, dead hard probably. Yep. Alright, that's something at least. There isn't a hallucination up there, which sucked. Didn't connect. I'm trying to see where this one's at. Probably dropped off. No, wait, they ran over there again. Yeah, that's annoying. I hate main, so I'm just gonna leave it. Like I can't counter main by just like by sheer existing. It sucks. It hit her directly, but not on her. Come on now. What the fuck? Not Unknown saying sorry. Like, what do you mean sorry? Like, do better, Unknown. Like, what the hell? Do better. Don't apologize. Do better. That where did my shot go? Like, what the fuck? Thank you. Yes, thank you. It's a hard breath. Yes. What the hell? Like, what's going on? Like, well, okay. Already at 1. Like, what the hell? That what? Huh? Like, why did that connect? Like, Jesus. You can't beat gen speed though. You can't beat gen speed, that is for sure. God damn. It hits him, but it doesn't down. Why? Why doesn't it down, bro? What was that? What was that? Although the Surge is doing quite well on this map. But what's going on? He has borrowed time. Yeah, he has borrowed time. So he's just gonna, his speed is gonna be way too fast for my shot. I went to the wrong freaking clone. Are you kidding me? Hello? What the heck was that? What? About to crash out. Either lock. It could be a locker play. I don't got the time to check though. Ah, it's too long. That will, I mean, yeah, that's not gonna connect. That will, okay. Come on, man. What? Bro, like, how much range do you need? All right, sit down. Give me that. Hit that pity down. I don't have a clone that goes over there. I was just gonna double check real quick and see what the vibes are, but I don't think there's anything here. I mean, I'm not doing too bad. I mean, I wouldn't say that these are the most experienced team or anything, but I also will say, like, as I play unknown, I'm not doing too bad either. So it's like kind of half and half. Like, I think I'm where I need to be because, like, I don't know how to play unknown. So. Oh, okay. Ball. Okay. Oh, I forgot about that little corner. I don't know why that you can't like lower it any more than that. That I don't think makes sense. I think you should be able to look lower. Like that doesn't, that to me doesn't make sense. Well, NOED is gonna help me out a lot here. I can see that much. Arguably, is gonna save me here. The one killer second chance we got, boys. Okay, excuse me, and then we go to the last one over here. All right, we won. Bit of a longer game, surprisingly. But this does kind of further my theory. I've mentioned this before, like, because I know a lot of people talk about solo queue, and like I feel like a match like this is kind of a testament to solo queue because they ultimately are not going to be like really pushing gens as hard compared to teams that are trying to win their games and stuff like that, I would say. Ginsberg, welcome in. I'm not sure where I left the other one. I think it was in the same spot, right? Yeah. I think it was like here, right? Or no? I forgot. Oh, no, it was around Shack. It was around Shack, that's right. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know where the... Did they go basement or did they go... Because I know I downed her around Shack, so did she like start going over to the water tower? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to use... We'll just have to let them bleed out or something until we find them. Because I don't like to abandon, personally. I just want to, I don't think I ever have since the mechanic even came out. Oh, okay, we get a Mori. Okay. Hey, it doesn't look too bad. Oh, okay, all right, I like that. And then we get the little shake around there. Yeah. All right. Anyway. Bro, what am I reading over, bro? All right. So I don't know if you can show Scott's opinion because no hate, but his takes are kind of questionable. Yeah, that is true too. That is true. Zaz, I know when he says things like how he makes fun of killers in his streams for using soda on builds in this economy is kind of iffy. F the current team behavior should hire us for day. Crash out. Hey, yo, what did he say? He said twisty who? A match for my stream. He went back to look at the person in the first Chucky build and one of them was running stealth. Earlier was a great example. The main building needs a rework. I agree. Size real. No point in being mad at the game anymore. You just have to laugh at it. Very true. Honestly, that's just my thing now. I'm just like Ghostface sigh every time. Which, for the build here, we had Stakeout and Hyper Focus. So we had somebody at least trying to do some gens. Same thing here. We did actually have a mechanics toolbox. They had, for whatever reason, they had a chest build. So they weren't really trying to win the game. As you can see, the builds are very different than what we've seen in other matches that we were trying to win their game. And I think that because I was less experienced with Unknown and have less time, play time, we get a much less experienced team, in my opinion. So in this sense, it does kind of show like when you are going against less experienced players, the match will probably last longer and you won't have to actually utilize the strategies as heavily compared to when you're going against the teams that are probably you're more experienced with your killer, at least in my, from the data I can collect here. Cakes, this is also pretty interesting. Unknown is a stronger killer than Chucky, I'd bet. The 3 gen regress perks are putting in work, and we have 1 dead and like 5 hooks. The map is pretty large. That's pretty good. I'm enjoying watching Unknown. W Noed. Longer time. Pretty. I didn't say anything. So Cakes, what I have so far is that Chucky is 7 minutes and 57 seconds with dead stands, anti-chase plus 1 stealth build. 7 hooks at 0 gens Chucky for 4 gen regress. 9 minutes and 38 seconds with Cowshed, anti-chase, anti-slug perks. 9 hooks at 2 gens with Unknown, half regression. 12 minutes and 15 seconds at Dead Dog, 8 hooks, last gen. Interesting. Might have been gone long enough. They might be anywhere. Could be down in the basement. From the time result for my stopwatch, perk time, that was their best match yet. Download Nightlight stats, so auto screenshot every ending game screen and keep track of everything. Yeah, because I'm playing on console, so it's probably not going to do that. But just kind of going off of just the information here, because like mind you, like, just going off of what I understand because of MMR level with my killer, because obviously I'm not an Unknown main compared to say like Chucky, which I would say is like a slightly higher, if not more so, by like exponentially higher in terms of playtime, because obviously I'm at p100. I played him quite a bit, and then obviously compared to like other characters and stuff like that, it's kind of interesting, honestly. We're kind of adding a little bit of some science to the madness, you know what I mean? We're kind of finding a way to make it a little bit spicy, but it's interesting. It's funny because like when I do my commentary videos, I'm usually going off of what I get in streams, because that's the best metric of what I'm experiencing in the game, because I don't play off stream. So I think that it offers, I think, the best like sort of data, I would say, actually playing the game pretty much. So this is just going off of just like my MMR level with these characters. Now mind you, I would also imagine that Unknown and other characters that have more mobility and have a little bit more things like kind of bells and whistles objectively is more interesting to watch, in my opinion, like at least from my perspective. I would imagine like Pyramid Head is probably a good contender for a good character to actually watch people play. Maybe Chucky potentially, I'm not sure 100%. You guys will be the judge of that. Zaz liked watching Unknown. I think because Unknown's got the bells and whistles, he's got a more interesting power that can lead to some interesting plays. Cake says gen regression doesn't really get used for Myers, so is this a chase build? Hex says Unknown was nice, especially after mastering him. That is true. Like, he is having some range is cool. I do agree. I feel like 2 matches per killer could be fun. I think so. I feel like we're still kind of experimenting and kind of seeing what kind of works, in my opinion. Just kind of going off of just what we, you know, have at our disposal here. And I will say that it's not bad. I was hoping that we would have some more survivors like kind of chiming in. Are you going through the whole roster? I don't think I should, because it would just, like, all the data wouldn't really be that good, because if I don't have any experience playing Houndmaster or Xeno, right, like, it's gonna pretty much be an automatic, like, the game will be much longer because of the fact that I don't, like, they're new, like, for me, right? So my MMR level with them is just gonna be so low that it's gonna be non-existent. So if we do another Unknown, we should do no gen regression. True. Okay. So we have something, but we used, okay, so we used Chucky, I think, twice, right? We had one with Dead Sands, and then we had another one on the farm map, and then those were like kind of somewhat of a distinction in terms of that. Okay, let's try, who did I play before? I played Chucky twice. I think we could try to go with Freddy, but maybe with slowdown, but I don't know. We could at least get it at 1 high tier. 2 matches with an S tier killer and with or without gen regression. I would say that would be good too. The only thing that kind of that will work against us is the fact that I don't main any of the high tiers, so the MMR will still be lower for them. So that's the only thing that cuts off our that's the only thing that cuts off our potential. In my opinion, I think that's what cuts off our potential. I would consider like Pyramid Head as like a high tier. He's like an A tier in my opinion. Places, I feel like MMR is kind of effed right now because I recently bought Alien and first two matches I got Gen Rush and encountered sweats. Yeah, now like that's the thing I'm like trying to figure out too. Like it's. But for the sake of, I guess, fun or whatever, we could just write some data down, kind of compare and contrast, and try to make some sense of the madness. I think that's like the best way to describe it, in my opinion, you know. I think that if I were going full chase on Unknown, what would that look like, right? Like, what would that look like? I feel like Brutal makes sense. I feel like Bam makes some sense to a degree. Something like that. You could say... maybe Friends to the end? Hey, Hex says, I got one match where survivors were running into walls, the rest were typical sweats. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Places and according to someone named, Ghost, he did an experiment. He says if you lose multiple times, you don't get put into lower lobbies. But how many matches? I could have sworn they said you had to lose 30 to 50, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not sure. This is all just anecdotal evidence. We don't really know. It's very hard to say. Haste perks? I'm not sure, right? Like I haven't played Unknown enough to know what works on Unknown. Like what is? Because I thought because they teleported, like, you already have enough mobility, in my opinion, right? Like, and you have range, so, like, why would... So at least in my perspective, you know? I think. Because they're going, like, what else would be good for unknown? Because they have range, right? So at least you have something. Would it make sense to go monitor? Probably aura and gen slowdowns might be best on him. Because they're trying to use all chase perks in this one and just trying to give unknown the best chance for the best data collection we can give here. You gotta lose at least 15 to 25 straight to drop. Okay. Because I do know that it's pretty flexible, so it's hard to say. We could go fire up maybe. I feel like it's a pretty good cornerstone. Zanshin, I was thinking Zanshin myself actually, because considering we can shoot through the walls, I thought maybe like Zanshin we could probably put on like lethal. I thought too. I thought maybe lethal as well, so that you could. Where the hell is the damn thing? The hell is the thing? Hold on. I forgot where lethal was. Boo, no detect skin. Boo. I'm like, I don't have it unlocked. Like, I'm not at the level. I'm at 31. Like, what the hell? I want the detective skin though. I do, but I don't have enough levels. I'm not at the level yet, man. We have to get to 53. Like, what the hell? That's the part that cooks me. It's like I want to be a detective. I want to have a trench coat and be all like cool, you know? What was the last one? I'm all ears, I guess. Oh no, I already have that on. Okay, we can probably put on that one. And then I think vanishing box could be decent, I think. And then I don't know what the other one. I don't know the other one is good. Like, we'll use the same add-ons, I guess. Boo! I'm like, damn. Boo! Get him out of here! Boo! Plague says new stream title. Chat suddenly gets smart and becomes data nerds. Pretty much, right? Like all of a sudden now we're collecting data, we're putting out timers, we're starting to like look. And you know, I'm trying to be completely transparent about who I'm up against. I'm not going to gas it up and make it seem like I'm a pro. You know, I'm definitely a shell of my former self when it comes down to like where my skills at this point, in my opinion. So you know, hey yo, what did he just say? He said you face who? Oh, okay, I'm about to say, I thought he said you top like survivors. Hey yo. I was like, what did he say? He said oh my god. Plague's like, oh, trust me, we know already you're not a pro. Yeah, god damn. You're gonna roast me like that. Damn. Damn, bro. Damn. I'm a shell of my former self though. I already know that much. The data's gonna be more accurate and average for normal player experience compared to pros and comp players. That's kind of true though. Like I got a good amount of hours, I think, at this point. Like at combined hours, like we're almost at 3K on this platform, and I think we're at 400 on PC. So that would equate to about, like, I'm gonna assume like almost 4K. So like that's not too bad in terms of experience level. Most of that was on Old Freddy, Ghostface, Pyramid Head, Chucky. So all my mains were just what I played for all of that time, and then obviously like some hours went into playing Survivor or whatever. But you know, just going off of what I seen in the charts, you know what I mean? So but the thing is, is also like about 400 hours, yes. So 400 hours on Survivor, because that's what the data says. It could be less, it could be more, but on average, I have about 400 hours on Survivor. But people are, you know, it's crazy because I would get a bunch of comments like, "Oh yeah, you don't play Survivor. What do you think? You don't have an opinion." And it's like, well, I've played 400 hours of it. It's not like I'm completely like brand new. I have zero. Like I have some time with it, and I understand that, you know, my survivors are not going to be at like comp level. You know what I mean? But I understand that if I'm starting out with my characters, I'm not going to have the strongest opponents. Like that's just how that works. You know what I mean? So that to me, I think makes a lot of sense. To me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this map is a little tough. Oh, yo, if that, oh, yo, if that connected, I would have screamed. Oh my god, yo, I would have freaking, bang. Yo, I would have screamed, bro. Oh, yo, oh my god! I get so close! Like, please! Really? Really? God damn. You know, somebody put in the bonk and it was hilarious. What? Yo, I'm about to crash out. What are you talking about? What? No double back? You what? I'm about to crash out. What the fudge? Yo, what the hell? Why did they sprint burst though? Like, that was weird. Wait, where's the aura? I don't get aura? Where's the aura for her? Wow, I don't get aura for the obsession for whatever reason. Why? So weird. Huh. Very strange. I don't really want to go down there though. Oh. Come on, man. No, come on! What the fudge? Why are you doing that shimmy thing? I don't get it. Wait, is that the real polyester, bro? Oh, I just realized I'm going against a big name. I only go against the streamers when I'm playing against like killers I don't know how to play. Esther doesn't know we're collecting data from this match. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny, I'm not even gonna lie. Like he doesn't know. I'm like, what's going on, bro?
About to get cooked, a big name streamer. Sounds like a good time to crash out.
It's always a good time to crash out. I can't because of the slow ass movement speed. Yeah. Unknown being unknown for fucking 2 minutes. Yeah, unknown being unknown, pretty much. Oh, I couldn't even get her. Yeah, they don't necessarily have to go around per se. Kind of sucks. I'm too far out. God damn, that would have been sick. I could have caught him at the underside, but it didn't highlight the right one. Ah, jeez. 3, bro? You need 3? Is it really that serious? Alright. I didn't know it was that serious, bro. God damn. My bad. I didn't know I was playing in a comp game. Like, what's happening, bro? God damn. Golly. Nah, I'm just joking around though. Like, I'm just like I don't play unknown, so I don't expect the highest success. Hey, at least we got it down. That's a start. I was wondering why I wasn't getting auras. Now I know. Got 5 hooks at 1 gen. Yeah, not looking too good for us, fortunately. I also have no idea where they could be healing. That's too slow. Yeah. No, I can't. I gotta go back. Ay. Because I got no pressure anywhere, so I'm like, yeah. Just GG's. See if I can hit that, and then... it didn't bounce back into him? Yeah, GG's. I mean, I can't pull anything out of it. Oh, but he didn't even go that way. I can't pull this back. I'm not really playing an S tier by any means, so like takes too many hits to down. It takes way too many hits to down here. And you know, they're definitely on comms, so like I have literally 0 element of surprise, so like it's not going to help me out. But yeah, they just keep looking at me, so I can't, and I'm getting revealed through walls. This is why I say that unknown is not that strong. Like, he can be decent, but he's not strong enough to withstand a full 4-man with comms. And of course, he suffers from the M1 killer experience, and then gets revealed, which means you don't get to use your power. But like, yeah, it just doesn't work. Like, that's why I don't. This is why I don't play this character. It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, that's just a game for you. Like, if it's a 4-man, like, they're automatically gonna win with comms. Like, it's not like I have a fighting chance. I don't really have a fighting chance. Especially with unknown, like, forget it, bro. Like, you're not landing anything from that. Yeah, not enough range. Yeah, you're not getting that. Yep, it's a free out. Yeah. So as you can see, you know, my point still proves itself every single match. It pretty much just it just proves itself every time. Like, if you're not playing S, you're not gonna have a fighting chance. Like, look at this shit. Like, we're going against full meta, on comms, with good add-ons, with strong items. Like, you're just not gonna have a fighting chance. Especially, you know, with that shit, you know what I mean? So, it's not great. Not great. Yeah. Plague says, I hate it when people just automatically discredit your opinion for the state of DVD because you play killer. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, they like, for whatever reason, have to go, oh, well, you don't main Survivor, so what do you know? It's like, I played it before. I watched Survivor streamers. Like, I see what they go up against. Like, I'm able to, you know, think outside the box. Like, it's not like this is some kind of crazy concept. You know what I mean? Which I had bits to use, for real. For real. You did, yeah. DVD commentary. Yo, shout out to Creative. Welcome in. Yeah. If you got some of the cultist skins from Dredge, unknown, and maybe a first responder set, that'd be kind of cool. Someone ever played a Call of Duty, aim at their feet like you would a rocket. The thing is, if you aim at their feet, it has to bounce and then it explodes. So like, they can easily just bounce away from them, and you also can't look all the way down. Like, as far as you can look is where it stops you. So like, you can't really like go all the way down to shoot it at your feet. Yeah, it definitely full meta though, for sure. Favorite Ghostface is probably Scream 6, and then I think after that is Scream 1, and then I think 4 was another one I liked a lot. Then 5, then I would say 3, then 2, in that order. Yeah. So 832 is crazy, yeah, pretty much. Creator says you should play Unknown more. They're pretty low tier, so I'm just like, it's like whatever. It's not like fun for me. Like, I'm just like, okay, well, you know, I'm using a low tier, congratulations, same shit as usual, you know what I mean? So about 4-minute difference compared to 3 gen regression. Person said GC's in the end game. Of course they did. Lucky says Unknown is good, but you have to be completely locked in. I have faced absolutely scary ones. That's the thing, like, I gotta sit here and put in 1,000 hours just to use a somewhat mid killer. I'm like, that's just not really worth a lot of time, I would say, in my opinion. Yeah. Killers just don't want to just lose. Crazy, how dare they? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's just
intolerable hunger.
Okay, congratulations. So, Lucky says it's a new experience for y'all. I play solo queue and it's always an adventure. Yeah, I've never enjoyed like solo queue either. Like, it definitely wasn't fun. Because the thing is that you have a lot of the, what do you call it? Like, there's a lot of players that don't know how to play. So like, when you load in, you know what you're doing. But the thing is that they are just inexperienced. So it makes it seem like the killer's so crazy. And it's like, but your teammates just don't know what they're doing. So like, if they did, you would have a match like that where like you're trying, but you can't really like make much of a difference with that. You know what I mean? It's just, it's pretty much impossible. So looks like full meta, 1 anti-tunnel, self-healing base, and 1 anti-chase. Sounds about right. Should we get Pyramid Head as our next data set? Fairly high tier, so I think it's good. Pauly's chat requires you to be followed for 9 minutes to sit to type. I wanted to say GG's. Yeah, well, that's cool. You know, at least we encountered a big name, I guess. You can actually choose a weapon Unknown uses. You can. So far, I have the clippers, the bottle, whatever this is, the sword, I guess, the wrench. I got a candy axe and a bloody one. So that's cool. Pyramid Head is our next data set. I could try to do that. Yeah, like no one chatting. All right. What would be meta for this killer? I don't know. Battle polyester? Yes, I did. I swear I never see anybody like big. I don't see big names when I play like my mains though. Like, I swear I never see them. I never do. I don't know why. So I got time for probably one more, and then I gotta head out. So I'm gonna try to do that. So are we going full chase or slow down in this one? Got a last month with my Huntress. Damn, bro, I never get no names, man. Like there was only like one time I had gotten Mish when I was playing Slinger, but like, and then I had gotten one Pump Willie when I played Slinger as well. And then like those were just like difficult, obviously, because like, you know, well, I'll prefer one pump because it was definitely like comms. And then when I was playing against Mish, like I think their team just like quit. So I was like, oh shit. Like I was like, ah, well, never mind. In solo queue, you either carry a survivor or hope you get a decent team, pretty much. I'm not sure what to do with there, yeah. 2 or 3 man out, I played like trash on D&D. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it happens, man. It happens. Like, what can you do? What can you do? Yo, shout out to I'm the one and only for the follow, man. Welcome in. Welcome to the community. So, yeah, man, it's like, it is what it is, man. What's another, like, good aura perk? I think Dancing would be pretty good, too. You know, I used to pride myself on being good at this game, too, but I've realized long ago that being good at this game means absolutely nothing, you know? And it kind of sucks, you know? It really took a lot of time to kind of go through that, in my opinion. Like, going through that process has been an interesting journey. Plague says, speaking of streamers, I'm so sad someone I like turned out to be an a-hole on DVD. Damn. It's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. The thing with Pyramid Head as well, he's another character that I think is very chase focused, but I don't know what other perks to use on him that would be considered good for chase besides aura. Being good at any game is just a side hobby for me. Lucky says having fun is what's important. It can be extremely discouraging on both sides. Just have fun. Well, well, that's why we're having our little group here of DBD haters. You know what I mean? We're all grouped together in our little like, it's like DBD like AA or whatever you call it. It's like DBD hater anonymous here. You know what I'm saying? The DHA. You know, the D. Wait, no, isn't it? No, it's DBDHA, right? Because it's the DBD hater anonymous. You know, so we just come together and like just be like, we just kind of crash out and cope. we just crash out and cope. You know what I mean, about the game pretty much for like a good like hour or two. That's all we end up doing. You know, it's like, damn. You know, GG's game. You know, big sad, big sad. But anyway, let's quickly get the match. Jeez, why is it slow down like that? We'll get the game in and then we'll go with that. Oh, I know a good one. Instead of, let's go with nurses. I know nurses is kind of nasty on him now. Yeah. Go nurses. Yeah. Crash Out by Daylight. Spook and Juke situation is crazy. I'm probably gonna have to start titling stuff like that. Like, it would be kind of cool to become like the moist critical of DBD. That would be kind of cool, just being able to just do commentary and people just hang out. I have a stars build specific to most killers. It makes it fun to try, you know, play. I try to make it fun for me and whoever I face. I think that's the hardest part of DBDs. Like, people are worried about, like, there's only like one end that worries about it. The other is fun, I would say. And that's always a tough one. Unlike River, yeah. Enclave of haters, pretty much. I'll post the data I collected, including this last message to your Discord or something. You can do that, yeah. Feel free. We can try to at least compare, get some notes in, and just kind of see what's going on. Blake says the unholy Covenant, the Dead by Daylight haters. I wouldn't go in with Covenant though, but I'll just say it's kind of like a therapy, bro. It's like we all hate this game, and we're just sick and tired of it. You know what I mean? And we're just all voicing our problems with it, and you know, we're just doing our thing. Well, Predator on Pyramid Head would be pretty decent. For all scene actors, Felix, welcome in. Yeah, for real. Was hoping V got that Ellen I got earlier. Yo, no way, bro. Creator said 24-hour stream when? Honestly, if there's like a subathon going on, I would probably do like a 24-hour, bro. Cause like it would be like one of those things where like the amount of subs that they put in will increase the time I'm streaming. That's what I would do. I think that would be pretty sick. And then that's what I would do a 24-hour, in my opinion. Plague is going. It just like let the intrusive thoughts win in the chat. That's kind of insane. Like, so as long as I look iconic while being worried, that's pretty cool. Cake says, I might be able to contribute some alien games. I do like playing her. Dead says, good perk idea. Killer food chain. Anytime you're down a survivor with a special or basic, survivors will, within 64 meters, lose the ability to use items for 90 seconds. That's not terrible. Felix says, bros leaving match while Mori never gives me the satisfaction. Zaz says, not a chance we wouldn't get a nuclear crash out after like 5 hours, pretty much. Yeah. Not being able to use the item? Yo, I expect full crash out. Like, I expect full crash out. I'm like, yo. It would be like incapacitated on old eruption again. They would just like absolutely lose their minds. And it would be so crazy. But I'm using controller Pyramid Head, so I won't say I'm going to be 100% accurate, but we're going to try our best and just see what we do. Okay, they're already flying past me without me knowing. Go back. Stepping in already. She didn't actually go left, which is weird. That was interesting. That was interesting. I'm surprised she didn't go left there. Oh, okay. Bunny Thicky is crazy work, by the way. Bunny Thicky is crazy work. I am not gonna lie, that is crazy work. Like, what the fuck? I do love Pyramid Head though. He's probably one of my #1 favorite killers. So if I did have to switch to a new killer, I probably would switch to Pyramid Head. Love Pyramid Head. Really? Okay, good shit, I guess. That's kind of insane. Or okay, you're losing 2 gens. All right. Oh no, I didn't get to shoot! And they're too far. She walked out? She walked out of that? I thought she would run to the left, but she didn't do that. I didn't run to the right either. Why not? I don't know. Damn, she's not really going the way that I thought she would, which is interesting. I clipped the Sable, bro. I clipped the Sable. Yo, bro. Oh, she did. Hello? They're not really going for it, huh? They don't really go for stuff that I think would make sense, like, which is interesting. Oh, I was trying to turn it, but it didn't turn. Wait, what? What? Huh? Bro, am I losing? Am I this bad? Or like, what's going on today? Am I just bad at this game? Like, what the heck is going on? Not sure why I'm seeing a random Feng Min. Like, that's not who I was chasing. Why am I seeing Feng Min if that's not who I was chasing, huh? Well, okay. All right, then. There we go. Alrighty, let's go ahead and continue. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. I love that. That is so delicious. Okay, no. All right, little buddy. All right, little buddy, your time is up. Or okay? How does he know where? Can he just see me through the wall? Like, how did he know where I was shooting? Oh, he just goes around the long side, probably camps it, holds W when the second he gets the chance. Yeah. Yeah. The boring aspects of DBD start to show. That's the one thing about Pyramid Head that I always hated. His whole W is just the only thing that counters him. And it's still one of the most annoying things that counter him. I gotta say, I hate whole W. Like, god damn. Because it's just brainless, like, you don't actually get to, like, play, so it's like, ugh, like, but that's his counter, so it's like, that's the main thing I'm gonna see, and I'm like, great. How exciting, you know? Holding up hard, god damn. That doesn't connect? Bro, I got extended range and that's still not clipping? What do you mean? What, really? Is it because of the travel time? Is that why it's like so slow? Because like it's not... Oh, right, well, you know, it is much slower. I forgot about that, so... Yeah, it's much slower because of the longer length. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah, I just gonna leave her on the ground. Don't have time. And of course, stealth always works, so you know, because it requires that. Yep, and then Jen flies. Ay. I hate this game with a burning passion, though. I will say, like, golly. there's like fractions of moments that are like so fun. You're like, yeah, this game, and then 90% of that is just boring, and unbalanced and boring, and it's like I gotta slog through all of it. It's like, ugh, like I don't want to play it anymore. This sucks. I mean, instant door open, of course, because it only takes literally fucking 15 seconds, so that's exciting. I have to push her out, because otherwise she's gonna camp. Yeah, and we can't teleport or anything, so I gotta manually walk over, which will then give them plenty of time. I saw on the left, but she can just wait, so obviously I can't see them, and then they'll find a way to slip past, because obviously they can see way more on their screen than I can. So then I have to just stand here, because that's the only thing I can do in this situation. It's the only thing I can do, because, you know, stealth. So, how exciting. Lovely, lovely. Now we just kind of wait, I guess. Yeah, like, alright, I'm just glad it's over. Like, alright. Like, goddamn. Just tired already. Not a chance. We wouldn't get a nuclear crash out after like 5 hours. But that's sort of the point, right? I guess 8 hours into a 24-hour stream, crashes out, never streams again, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much same meta shit we've seen before, blah, blah, blah. I'm done. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Love the fact that his add-ons make survivors leave trails as they run, makes it easy to track them. I love his add-on, let him break pallets with his powers so you can waste less time breaking normally. I find that I just like other add-ons more. Are you gonna try to get a code for Carnival Hunt? Probably not. Subathon to a crashathon. The reason is that I don't think the vast majority of people that watch the YouTube content would even consider watching Carnival Hunt at all. At least from my perspective. We're doing well on hooks and one person out by 2 gens. Do we have time for this, or do I go back and track it? About 8-minute timing, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, it's like whatever. We're just here, you know, to crash out basically. So, like I said, like I would do a 24-hour stream if there was like, if I had like a timer for it. Like I would start off with an hour, and then we would get subs to increase the time that the live goes, and you know, basically do it that way. I think that would be the best way. But yeah, that would be my best. That would be my incentive, I'd say, because like, you know, about to do that. I'm not about to stay on here forever. Like, that's crazy. All right, so we got like, I'm gonna try to go ahead and get my raid going for everybody on Twitch. Do just fine. I find it like I was watching Twitch, not Twitch. I was watching True Talent. Bro was not getting like any views on his stuff, and he has like a lot more subs than I do, like at least like triple my subs. He was getting like barely like 1K to like 5K, and I was like, what? I was like, what happened here? Like, this doesn't make any sense, you know? So I was like, I find it a bit hard to believe. That's why I was like, I don't know. So let's get some people in on Twitch for the raid as well, and then we'll go ahead and end off on Twitch. Whoever's locked in, you know what I'm saying? But final thoughts. I mean, we've been collecting some pretty decent data. game is pretty much as bad as we remember. I mean, there's nothing new, obviously. But when 2v8 drops, hopefully we'll have some more interesting things to do. But I'm gonna try to either go live tomorrow. Definitely gonna be live the next day. But yeah, for everybody on Twitch, man, I'll be in the chat for the raid that we're doing, so we'll check that out. So we'll see you guys next time. And then for people on YouTube, man, appreciate you guys being here. We'll be going live the usual time. So we'll see you guys next time. Watch the video that just dropped, by the way.